Hi viewers, welcome to NCKHUB Consulting and Training. As part of our Java 8 playlist, the next topic would be the Streams API, which is a very important, vast, and a little complicated API that is introduced as part of Java 8. So we will be dividing this Streams topic into multiple subparts, and in this video, we will be discussing more on the different ways that we can follow in creating a streams object, or different ways that we can follow in creating streams in Java. First of all, what is a stream? A stream is a sequence of data that helps in performing various operations on the particular data. Okay, so a stream will be created from a source, and then we will be performing some operations on the stream, and then we will be generating the final output. The process or the operations that we perform on the streams will in turn provide a final result. And the key important factor is the source from which the stream is created, that source will not be modified. The source will still remain the same. And in Java 8, the most common source for creating streams is collection objects. Okay. So how many types of streams are there? Two types of streams. What are they? Sequential streams and parallel streams. Okay. So since most of the source for creating streams in Java 8 will be from collections, there are two new methods that were added from Java 8 to the collection interface, the nothing but stream and parallel stream. So collections.stream method is used for creating a sequential stream, and collections.parallel stream is used for creating a parallel stream. And whenever we have a large amount of very huge data to be processed, stream has support for parallel processing as well. And we need not explicitly write any logic for multi-threading because all the data can be operated in parallel, and streams will automatically create parallel threads and execute the logic uniformly across all the data. We can see that practically as well. Now let us start discussing on various ways of creating a streams in Java. The very first option we have is off method from streams interface. So this particular method will take variable arguments as list, arguments as a list of elements, and that using that list of elements taken as variable args, a stream will be created. Let us see in a practical implementation. So this is a class that I have created, and inside the main method, I was trying to create a stream object using the stream.off method, and in the variable args, I'm passing the list of elements. So list of elements is passed as input. So if you see here, I'm passing 4 strings as an input. This is a list of strings. I'm passing it as an input as variable args for the stream.off method, and this is creating a stream of strings, and I'm trying to print each and every element in this stream now by using the for each method. Let me try to execute this program. So if you see here, the inputs, whatever I passed, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the 4, I was able to print it. So for creating a stream, the process which I followed here is using the stream.off method, and here stream is an interface. It's a predefined interface in Java. So if you open this, we'll be able to walk through the overall methods what are there inside the stream interface. Now let us go to the other way of creating the stream. The next way we have in our thing is using stream method and parallel stream methods from collection interface. So collection methods. So here is an example for that. So the very first thing here is I just took a list object here, And this is a private method that I have written. This private method will try to give us the list of employees. I just created a static list which is with hard coded values here. I took an employee object. That employee object will have the employee ID, name, role, and the salary. Okay. So I'm just trying to create objects for all the employees and then added all these employees, the 5 employees to the list, and I'm just trying to add the or share return the list. So these list objects we will be using more during the stream operations, but as of now, let us focus on creating the streams. So I just got a list here, a list of employees, and once I got the list, I'm just trying to call employee list dot stream. So employee list, this is a collection object, and collection object dot stream is a method which is used for creating a stream object. And for the same list, I try to create a parallel stream. Okay. So now here let us see the difference between a sequential stream and a parallel stream. Okay. So this particular line of code has created a sequential stream, and this is the object stream object for the sequential stream. And I'm trying to print the thread that is trying to execute the element or for each and every object inside the list. So there will be one thread execution, right? I'm trying to execute that thread. With this, we will be able to know which particular thread has executed that particular object inside the list. And similar way, this particular line of code will be creating a parallel stream. And here I am trying to print this particular line. This will give us in the parallel stream for the different objects that are there in the list, how many threads are created. Let me execute this particular one. So if you see here, for sequential processing, all the objects, all the 5 objects that are added to the list are being processed by the main thread itself. But whereas in case of parallel processing, only one particular one is processed by the main thread, and for each and every other one a separate thread was created. If you notice, I did not create any thread here. It was automatically taken care by the streams itself. Let me try to execute the same program another time. See, again it goes similar way. So in the parallel processing, only one object was being handled by the main method, but the other ones automatically separate threads will be created and those threads will be taking care of it. It's not that only one particular object will be handled by the main thread all the time. There will be scenarios where main thread will be taking 2 or 3 and separate the threads will be created for other objects as well. It's intermittent, but the main takeaway from this particular point is for parallel streams, automatically multiple threads will be created during the execution, and each thread will automatically take care of the processing of that particular object. You need not explicitly write any multi-threading concepts in case of parallel streams. So this is the second example that we have for the streams. And the third one we have is stream method from arrays classes. Okay. So let us take the example of arrays, using arrays. So here if you see, I'm just trying to create a string of arrays, and this array will have 4 elements inside it. And for this particular stream, for this particular array, I'm just trying to create a stream object using arrays dot stream of array. So this particular array which we have created at line number 11, we are passing that as an input to the method of stream method. That stream method is part of this arrays class. Okay. And this will automatically give us the stream object, and I'm trying to print the element inside these arrays using for each method. Let me execute this program. See, we got the output. So this is the third way of creating a stream. And then coming to the fourth way, we have a builder method inside the streaming interface itself. This is a static method. And using this as well, we'll be able to create streams. Let us take an example now. Stream builder. So this is the class that I have created, and here it is a builder. So first we need to create a builder, and since it is a static method, and I'm just trying to call the static method using the interface name itself. And since we are trying to create a string builder, we need to specify the type here, and we can add the elements to the builder. So here if you see in line number 12, after creating the builder, I'm trying to add the elements. And in the 13th line, if you see, I'm just trying to create a stream for that builder. So builder dot build method will give us the stream. Okay, this is another way of creating the stream using the builder method, which is part of the stream interface. And builder method is a static interface. And in this line, we were able to get the stream created. And on the next line, I try to print the elements by using for each. If I try to execute this, see the three elements that I have added, I was able to print those. And that is the fourth one. And the next one we have is the empty method. Empty method is also a static method from stream interface. This is used for creating an empty stream. So here if you see, this is the logic that we can use to create an empty string. Whenever you call stream.empty, so empty is a static method inside stream interface. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to call the method using the interface name, and this will in turn give us an empty string. So basically this is used whenever we don't have anything to return. Instead of returning a null value, we can try to use this one so that we will not end up with a null pointer exception in case of there were no objects being returned after usually there will be certain scenarios where we will be trying to do some filter part and other things, and if at all, if no object or no element inside the stream is not satisfying our conditions, there are chances that we end up with null. So if you don't want to end up with those things, you can just pass the empty stream. So this is the way we can create an empty stream here. And the next thing we have is the generate method. And this generate method is also a static method inside the stream interface. This will generate streams with element. So in all the above ways, whatever we have discussed, like streams dot off and collections related one and arrays and the builder one. So if you see all these things, we were having the elements as input. Let us say for stream.off, we are providing the list of elements as input in variable arguments. And the collections, there will be already source available. And for arrays as well, there will be already an array of elements available. And even for builder also, we will be adding elements to the builder, and using those elements only stream will be created. And but for generate, if you try to create a stream using this particular method, you will be providing a logic to the execution itself, and using that logic, elements will automatically get added to the stream, and then the stream will be created. Let us see that in action. Stream.generate. So here in this one, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to create a random numbers, and so basically this is an infinite one. You need to provide the limit, or else it will keep on generating the elements. Okay. So I was trying to create a stream of five numbers, and those numbers should be any number within less than 100 random numbers. So I just limited the stream to the five elements. Okay, using stream.generate, and I am providing the implementation. So so for this particular method, you return any number within less than 100 integer value, and the limit should be 5. Let me execute this program. So since I limited it to 5, we got 5. I'll try to print this as well so that So let me execute now. I'll do one thing. I'll comment this. So if you see here, we got five numbers now. So now I'll change the limit value to 10. Now if you see, I'm getting 10 numbers. So using this generate method, what you can do is you can provide the logic itself so that using that particular logic, the stream will be automatically generated. But this is an infinite loop and we need to provide the limit. So with the number of limit that you are providing, so the stream will be generated with the number of elements provided as a limit. For example, let us say if you provide the limit 10 here, a stream of 10 elements will be created, or else a stream of 5 elements based on the limit that you provide here, the streams will be created. So this is something that we can try using the generate method, which is part of the stream interface. And we have one more way here using the iterate method. This iterate method is also a static method from stream interface. And this also similar way like generate, but there is some minor difference here. We will see in action using an example. So stream.iterate. So this particular one, what we'll do is you will be providing the starting element. Okay. And then you will be providing some sequence here. So this particular one, what it does is this particular element will be taken as a starting value and it will repeat so on. Now the next element will be 1 plus 2. That will be 3 and the next element will be so on. Let me try to execute this example. See here also the similar case. I'll try to do one thing. Since I'm already providing the limit, I don't want to display the count. Instead, what I'll do is I'll print the values. Stream of odd numbers dot for each. I, so I'm printing all the numbers. So if you see here, the next number will be 3, the next number will be 5. Because I was asking to create a stream of odd numbers and starting number I gave it as 1. Let us say I'm giving the starting number as 5. Now let us see what happens. See, it starts from 5. So here you will be providing the starting input and then based on this you can provide a logic there that will be used for deciding the next elements and then a stream will be created. Let us say I increase the limit to 20. Okay, if I increase the limit to 20 and then 5 again, see now the streams are created for 20 values. Sorry, it is 205. Okay, let me change it to 20. See, now the streams are created with 20 elements as I have given the limit as 20 and I have asked for 20 stream of odd numbers and if you see the output all the numbers will be odd numbers. So there starting from 5 there are 20 odd numbers inside the stream. So this is the way we can use iterate method and if it is similar for stream of even numbers as well. I mean this is just an example. You can utilize this, customize this in various other formats that you would like to. And the next way we have here is using the files class. So let us say you have a data in files and you want to read the data from the file and store in a stream object. Is it possible or not? Yes, it is very well possible. Let me show you with example. Stream with file input. This is the class that I have created and I have placed a sample file in this particular location and I'm trying to create a stream object and I am asking the compiler to go to this particular location, get this file and read the data in the file and store the data in that file into this particular stream. And I have created a string object, stream of string object. Now let me try to execute this. So these are the two lines that I have placed inside this file. This is a test file created to read content and create stream using the lines method in files class. So files dot lines, and lines is a static method over there. And to that particular lines, I am giving the path as an input. So it is getting the data from that file and storing into this. And inside the stream, each and every line will be stored as a single element. And the file I have created two lines, and those two lines are created in this, but added to this particular stream. And when I try to print using the for each method line by line, I got two lines as output. I'm trying to execute the output, execute the program, and here is the output. So these are the ways that we can follow in creating streams in Java. Now, so basically, we were telling like most common source for streams is a collection object. And moreover, as we have seen earlier, streams is a generic inter. So streams dot it's a generic implementation, and we don't have a concept of implementing the primitive types here because this is a generic interface. So what is the option now to deal with the primitive types? So for that reason, we have three new specific interfaces created for dealing with the primitive types. So int stream is the stream that is used for dealing with int primitives. Long stream is an interface that is used for dealing with long primitives, and double stream is an interface that is dealing with the double primitives. So int stream, long stream, and double stream are the three new specific interfaces that were created to deal with the primitive data types. And using these streams for the primitive types can reduce the needless of auto boxing. So you need not bother about the converting primitive to wrapper to primitive, all those things. So it will be automatically, I mean, using these streams related interfaces, you need not worry much on those lines. And apart from this, this int stream and long stream have two additional factory methods that will help us in creating the streams. So in the previous year, we have seen all the other ways, right? Apart from this, for int stream and long stream, there are two other ways that that will help us in creating the streams. What are those? One method is range and another one is a range closed. Let us see a practical implementation of these two. So here I created a class with name IntStream example, and inside that I have created a main method, and inside the main method I am creating two streams, two int streams. One is calling the range method and another one is calling range closed method. So if you observe, I'm giving the same kind of inputs for both the methods, 10 comma 15. So what is the difference? I'm trying to print both of them. Let us execute and see the difference. Okay, for range 10 to 15 method, we got the elements from 10 to 14. So 15 is not included here. But whereas range closed, we got the elements from 10 to 15. So 15 is included here. So for range method, the outer boundary is exclusive, but whereas for range closed, outer boundary is inclusive. For both the methods, the starting boundary is inclusive, but whereas for range, the outer boundary is exclusive, but whereas for range closed, the outer boundary is inclusive. So these are the two other methods inside the primitive streams. When I say primitive streams, these are the primitive streams, int, long, and double. So the about in these three also only int stream and long stream have these two methods. So I have shown the example for int stream, and similar way will be there for long stream as well. And more on the streams will be part of the upcoming videos. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching.